Okay, this is unbelievable. I'm actually live. Maybe spotty. I'm using my hotspot. I'm also not checking comments right now because I don't have time. So I will respond to comments after. I'm just going to get through this really quick. I have some things to do and I have to pick up my son from school. And, oh, by the way, since all this stuff happened with my internet and I haven't been here, by the way, it's hot. This is the election that never ends and the summer that never ends, and my air conditioning isn't working properly, and I'm frigging hot. I'm so tired of being hot. But I want to get through this since the election is happening, and we're going to do a video. Loretta and I are going to do a video tomorrow, a live. But just some of my thoughts that I've had. And here we go, the election next week. I've already voted. I think most people have already voted. But I just wanted to talk real quick about what I feel is going to happen. And I've probably only heard one person that said they thought that JD Vance would be president. Now, I do feel that's the plan. I feel that that is the plan, and it is a it's their Manchurian candidate. But overall, Spirit has shown me Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are going to win. And it's going to be, and they showed me this months ago because I remember when I still thought Biden was going to, but of course we all knew that he was going to delegate his duties to Kamala. So a Biden winning was Kamala winning. And we all knew that. And but I remember seeing Obama's second term when he won, and I was on Facebook on a laptop, and it was like the kids had to go to school the next day. They were really little, like preschool. And I remember like, oh come on, just announce already. Are they going to announce tonight? And they did. And that keeps sticking out in my mind. That's exactly what's going to happen with Kamala. They're going to call it that night, so maybe like 10:45 at night or something. So um, okay, 45 is really centered on Pennsylvania. He's sowing doubt about Pennsylvania because he knows that's the state to lose or to win. And he knows if he was winning, he wouldn't be saying anything about Pennsylvania, but he knows he's losing there. He knows the numbers. And he knows that Erie County and Lancaster are very important. So he's treating it like he treated Georgia in 2020. And remember, this is all for entertainment purposes only. But he's sowing doubt about the ballots. He had Elon go there with his blood money, sign my blood contract, and here's $1 million, which is bribing and it's wrong. And it's also kind of like a lottery, they said, so it's wrong. And affecting the election. So he said, Elon, and I believe Elon had his fake website for registering voters and then took their information for entertainment purposes only. And that's what these fake ballots in Lancaster County are. And now they're saying, and is all traced back to right wing. It's not Democrats doing it. So now they're saying, oh, well, you can come in and vote on election day. Well, there's no guarantee that election day is going to be okay, which is why everyone is voting early, right? It's very frustrating. So I just want to put that out there that there's shenanigans in Pennsylvania. 45 knows he wouldn't be treating it like that if he was winning there. He knows he's losing. And Pennsylvania decides, really, it decides. It always has. So shenanigans. He's going to say there was tampering, so we have to delay the count. And then anyway, the die is cast. He set the seeds of doubt. I'm going to open this up here and read this. Kamala will win. If not, come back and we'll cry together. But she will win. When she says we're not going back, she means it. She's already been manifesting herself in the Oval Office, sitting in that chair, and because she already knows it. And to be honest, she's already been president for the last year. Yes, President Biden has done wonderful things. I love him. I love President Biden. But she really has taken over with his sickness he's had in the last year, which I wonder if it was induced on him in many ways. I wonder if he was compromised. But she really has been a president for the last year. Now, people are saying, what if President Biden says, I think I'll leave early and make Kamala president right now? He could do that. That could and that's why some psychics have been saying, hey, I don't see an actual election. Well, we are in the election now. People are voting early, but that could be what they're seeing. President Biden will literally say, I don't feel like having uh, all these shenanigans. I'll just make her president now. Therefore, you can't take her down. You can't, you know what I mean? And she's allowed to have 10 years. So she would have 2 terms. plus whatever these months. So a president is allowed to have 10 years. Now, would Mike Johnson become the second in command, yada yada, and do what Pence almost was going to do last time? No, he would not. And Hakeem Jeffries is going to win. He's not going to win. The majority in the House of Democrats will be in the House. They will nominate him, and he will be nominated, and he will be placed. I did a finger test in an iSpirit, will Hakeem Jeffries win? And they said no, and this is no. And I was like, oh no, we need him there. And Spirit was like, no, he's going to be nominated because the Democrats will win, and then they'll nominate him. Okay. Next thing. So go back to this. And again, I'll ask again, will Kamala Harris win? This is yes. Will Donald Trump win? No. Let's see. She's taking over Biden. One more week. It's very slow going. I've said it before, but this is the election. I've already said what election night will look like. Keep saying it. All is well. All is well. I have faith. I believe all is well. Being a DA, Kamala is already on this whole voter purge thing. Like Virginia, the Supreme Court just said, oh, you can purge votes. Well, I think there's going to be, that's not the end of it. Roger Stone said they would do this. They would purge votes and then see which states counterbalance them, and then they would sue them, and there'd be all this litigation. So Roger Stone said this was the plan. So far, the Supreme Court has been upholding the law, which is where you can't purge voters 90 days before an election. So I think there's going to be something to stop Virginia from purging votes still, but days away, it won't be an easy, all of this back and forth. It's not going to just go away after the election. There's going to be trouble, but Kamala is going to win. She's going to win. She's a DA. She knows the shenanigans that are going on, and after, how to deal with it. She knows how to deal with this. Also, Nancy Pelosi is on it. All the regulations that I saw her put in place in the 2020 election are still in place, if not stronger. So she didn't go anywhere, to be honest. She does have a vendetta because they tried to kill her husband. So, and she does not like 45 for good reason. Now, back to that whole thing of, let me go back. Also, we were all, not just me, but we were all on here on YouTube when the thing happened in Butler, where we said, remember, I stuck my neck on the line, and I said, and you guys were here with me, and we all said that attempt on 45 with his ear, that was fake, and it was fake. I'm sorry, but other psychics out there were saying it wasn't, and we should stop being so paranoid. So if that ever comes out, that was that it really happened, that was 45 had a fireman killed so that he could set this whole, which I believe it was set up on purpose, because the whole thing about the Epstein sex parties for entertainment purposes with younger age girls, that was to erase that, because that was going to a fever pitch, and he erased it. I'm here. I'm not answering questions. I will answer questions later. I'm doing this really fast so I can get it out and get back online, and then I will answer questions later, most likely, or maybe I'll check here in a second. But I just want to say, I will answer questions, but hold on. I just want to say, Spirit showed me that, again, progression is moving forward. You can't go back. If you want cures for cancers, and you want antibiotics and, inventions to save the planet and humanity, you can't go back. You must move forward. Democracy is aligned with progression, and that is moving forward. Evolution is moving forward. Vote with evolution. Vote with progression. Vote for your natural selection on this earth and for the earth itself. Okay, so our intergalactic friends. I saw this thing a while back where Bashar spoke through this guy that channels Bashar, which I believe is Palladian, and I'm Palladian. And somebody asked him, what's going to happen with the election? And he said, no, promise you won't have judgment on this. And they're like, okay, we won't judge you. And Bashar said, the female candidate will lead us to open contact, which we want, and the male candidate will lead to the destruction of the United States. And I remember I was like, that's what I've always gotten. That's why I'm here. That's why I've done all this. That's why I'm online, fighting people, opening people's minds, waking people up. This is why I'm so driven to do this, because I want us to move forward. I want us to save the earth. And so, leading to that, I agree with Bashar. And that's when I started to get the whole thing that really, um, Jesus was Pleiadian. He was just a ball of light that came down. He had to be in a man's body so that we would accept him, and then taught us ultimate love and forgiveness and non-judgment, and and that we're part of the universe, and that universe, that God, all of it's within. We're all Jesus. We're all healers. We're all part of the universe. But then our ego, our fear, all of it, religion does so much damage to us, and it makes this guy in the sky with a stick, and we're stuck in that place of fear. And look how long all these wars and separation and putting women down, and we're so close to getting away from this. Kamala Harris would be the person who leads us to finally evolving to where we are with our intergalactic friends and knowledge. And it's funny, I've seen all this Star Trek recently, and there's an episode last night where Captain Kirk had to tell this rogue planet, and it was weird. They all look like 45 and MAGA people, and he was like, "You will read the Constitution, and you will respect the Constitution," and blah blah blah. And he left them there with it, and because the Constitution is about the federation of planets and of humanity and love and all of the good things, and so he left them there, and they had to read the Constitution. Then they panned in on the flag. I've had so many moments like that from Spirit to say Kamala's going to win, but it's a battle. It really is a battle right now. So. This is what I wrote. Just like our intergalactic friends have helped Ukraine avoid nuclear war and being defeated by Putin, they are helping us. They are not going to let 45 back in office. So you could say, the MAGA's cheating, the Democrats are cheating, but not really. Well, yeah, I do feel that the far right, like 45 and his people, are trying to cheat. But really, if there's any sway in the election, I got that it's our intergalactic friends who are going to protect us, because they don't want 45 in office. They don't want the destruction of Earth and humanity. So it's not us, it's them. They don't want him to ruin this planet and the universe as a whole. It does affect them very much, and they won't allow it. So Democrats cheating? No. Trump cheating? He'll try. But ultimately, the aliens will do what they have to do to stop them from winning again, 45. And most of it is through individual voters having intervention through their thoughts and things they'll hear, family intervention, things they'll see on TV. Something will get them. And so when they go to the ballot box, a lot of them will have been changed and vote for women, for their daughter, for their own survival, for the planet. But it could also be electronic intervention by our intergalactic friends, just like they've helped Ukraine. And that's all I'm going to say. All I'm allowed to say. So are there any comments? No. Okay. So I love you guys. I think that's about all I have to say about that. And I'm going to be on with Loretta tomorrow. And we have torrid weather outside, tornadic. So hopefully I'll be here. But thanks for listening. And thanks for putting up with me. And I'm sorry I haven't been here. I'm sorry I let you down last week when I didn't show up. But just have faith. I feel 100%, 99.9999% Kamala is going to win. And I think that we have to actually get ready for that, because I think we're so used to the toxic mess of 45 and this fear that we're in. Then this good thing that we're about to walk into, which is really positive. And it's almost like we need all this healing. But she is going to win. And it's beautiful that Tim Walz is going to be in charge a lot too. She's going to send him out a lot, and there's going to be an equal balance in that. And so he's not going to go away and be hidden. And the other day, this says so much about President Biden. He went to vote, right? Because he's from Pennsylvania, so he went to vote in Pennsylvania. I believe that's where it was. And he stood in line, and he helped. There was a African American woman in a wheelchair, an older lady, and he pushed her into the voting station. And I just thought, that says everything about him. That's literally everything that President Biden is. He's a good man. I know they've tried to destroy him, but they didn't. They did not destroy his humanity, and they did not destroy our humanity. And We are going to get through this. If not, come back and cry with me. But I really do feel Kamala's going to win. And I don't believe the polls. Even like Florida today had something like, oh, but the majority of voters, early voters, have been Republicans. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much I believe all of these things. I believe votes. And I have seen more Harris Waltz signs in town on actual properties. Now, there's one big 45 sign down the road that I secretly flip off. and there's little campaign signs that they put on meridians, but not personal property. On personal property, I've seen a ton of Harris Waltz signs. So she's gonna win. She's gonna win. I'm not worried about it. Again, I did the finger. Let's do it again. Finger test. Spirit. Is Kamala Harris going to win? Yes, it's locked in. And is 45 going to win? No, he's not going to win. Is JD Vance going to win? It says no. Is Hakeem Jeffries going to be Speaker of the House? Yes. I didn't even think very much about the yes or no, and it locked it in. Yeah, I'm not going to ask anymore. It's going to be okay. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll be back with Loretta tomorrow. Bye.